1300 AD. You wake before sunrise. The fire is almost out. One cow is sick. The grain stores are lower than they should be. Rain is coming. The field still needs work. And if the harvest fails, there is no supermarket, no delivery truck, no backup food arriving from somewhere else. Everything your family will eat this winter depends on what happens over the next few months. Most people imagine medieval farming as simple. Plant seeds, raise animals, harvest food. But a medieval farm was not a peaceful countryside lifestyle. It was a survival system that demanded work every day of the year. And if you were dropped into that world today, you probably would not survive 1 week. The first problem was the work itself. Modern people are used to schedules. Medieval farmers were controlled by seasons. When work needed to be done, it had to be done. A field could not wait because you were tired. Animals could not wait because you wanted a day off. Hay could not wait because rain was coming. Missing one day's work often meant creating even more work later. During the busiest seasons, farmers worked from first light until darkness made further work impossible. There were no tractors, engines, or fuel-powered machines to reduce the burden. Almost every task depended on human muscle. A farmer might spend the morning digging a field, the afternoon carrying hay, and the evening repairing a fence damaged by weather or livestock. Every job consumed time and energy, yet none of them made the next day's work disappear. The farm always demanded more, and exhaustion was only the beginning. The second problem was food. People often assume medieval farmers had plenty to eat because they grew food themselves. In reality, growing food and having enough food were two very different things. A farmer could spend months preparing fields, planting crops, and caring for them, only to lose much of the harvest to weather, disease, insects, or simple bad luck. Even after a successful harvest, difficult choices remained. Part of the grain had to be saved for planting next year. Part had to be stored for winter. Part might be owed as rent, taxes, or other obligations. What remained had to feed the family. Every loaf of bread represented decisions made months earlier. And when those decisions went wrong, hunger arrived quickly. The danger became even worse during the final months before the next harvest. Food stores were shrinking while fresh crops were still not ready. This period became known in many regions as the hunger gap. Ironically, some families faced a greater risk of hunger in spring than in winter. They had survived the cold months, only to discover that their supplies were running out before the next harvest could replace them. The worst years sometimes forced families into an impossible choice. Grain saved for next year's planting could also be eaten. Consuming it solved today's hunger, but it reduced the chances of producing enough food next year. A poor harvest could therefore create problems that lasted far longer than a single season. Survival was often a matter of protecting tomorrow's food while still finding enough to eat today. Then there were the animals. A modern farm often specializes in one thing. A medieval farm could not afford that luxury. Animals were survival machines. Cows produced milk. Oxen provided power for plowing. Chickens supplied eggs. Pigs converted scraps into meat. Every animal contributed something valuable to the household. But every animal also created responsibilities. They needed food, water, shelter, and constant care throughout the year. If an animal became sick, someone had to deal with the problem immediately. Ignoring it could mean losing an important source of food, labor, or income. Imagine losing your tractor today. Now imagine your tractor could become ill, require daily care, and die during winter. That was much closer to the reality medieval farmers faced. The next problem was injury. Modern farming can still be dangerous, but medieval farming was far worse. Axes slipped, knives cut, animals kicked. Heavy loads crushed hands and feet. Most injuries were not dramatic, but they did not need to be. A simple wound could become a serious problem because infection was always waiting. Today, a cut finger is usually an inconvenience. In the Middle Ages, the same injury could threaten your ability to work for weeks. And if you could not work, the farm did not stop needing work. Fields still required attention, animals still needed care, firewood still needed gathering, food still needed preparation. A farm rarely slowed down because one person was injured. Instead, everyone else worked harder to compensate. Weather created another challenge. Modern farmers have forecasts. Medieval farmers relied on experience, observation, and hope. A late frost could damage young crops. Heavy rain could flood fields, and drought could reduce yields long before harvest arrived. Many of the most important decisions had to be made before anyone knew what conditions the season would bring. Plant too early, and frost could ruin everything. Plant too late, and crops might not mature in time. Every season involved risks. Every season involved uncertainty. And every mistake had a habit of returning months later when food supplies began running low. But the greatest challenge was preparing for winter. Most people think winter survival started when the first snow arrived. Medieval farmers understood that winter started months earlier. Winter firewood had to be gathered and stored before temperatures dropped. Hay had to be cut while conditions allowed. Grain needed protection from moisture, pests, and rot. Buildings required repairs. Tools needed maintenance. And food had to be preserved before shortages arrived. A family that waited until autumn to prepare was already behind. Winter was also when mistakes became visible. A weak roof, poor firewood stores, damaged tools, or spoiled grain might seem manageable during summer. Once temperatures dropped and resources became scarce, those problems became much harder to fix. Winter did not create most disasters on a medieval farm. It revealed the ones that had been building all year. The real work of surviving winter happened throughout spring and summer. That was the secret most modern people miss. Medieval farmers did not survive because they were stronger than us. They survived because every day was spent preparing for future problems. The cow fed today might provide milk in winter. The hay gathered in summer might keep animals alive months later. The grain protected after harvest might determine whether a family reached spring. Everything was connected. Every season depended on the one before it. And that is why most modern people would struggle on a medieval farm. Not because the work was impossible, not because the people were superhuman, but because the farm never stopped. There was always another field to tend, another repair to make, another animal demanding attention, and another season approaching faster than expected. Every day carried the same question. Would the preparations made today be enough to survive tomorrow, or would winter expose every mistake?